What's up everyone, this is FX Gamer here, and we're back with another storytime video with a bit of sexy gameplay in the background. But yeah, this story is a real cracker. This is one you can go home and tell your mum about. You can tell your mum this is the best story you've ever fucking heard, and you can recite it around the campfire whilst playing a guitar and shit. I don't give a fuck how you tell the story, just spread the good message and shit, like a good Christian. Anyway, so this story is about how I almost got suspended from school. I was in year 6 at the time, so for you Americans that's about 11 years old. I don't know what fucking grade that is, but yeah. I was almost suspended at age 11, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, the story starts off in the school library, and I'm up there, and there's, you know that one, like, kid who's just, like, bullied by fucking everyone? And, we'll call him Terry. So Terry was getting fucking bullied by, yeah, everyone in the entire year, and he was at that point where he kind of had like some mafia boss type protection from the other teachers, so they'd be fully like, you know, if you even like said one thing to him or looked at him in a funny way, the teacher would just be down your throat immediately. They'd be like, what the fuck are you doing looking at that little kid, you dumbass bitch? You can't even look at that kid at that certain angle. Was that a 45-degree angle you tilted your eyes at towards that young child? And Terry would be like, yeah, it's him, officer, fucking arrest him. And the teacher would just fucking choke slam you into the fucking table, and that's it. That's your career in the school over. But anyway, serious talk now. I'm in the library, and this little kid, he's just right in front of me. He's really pissing me off. He's one of those really neaky kids. You just fucking hate them. I really want to fucking kill this kid. Obviously I don't actually want to kill this kid, but you know, it was just out driving there, I really fucking hated this kid. He was just annoying as hell, and the teachers just let him get away with whatever he wanted because he was like slightly special, you know, on the spectrum kind of shit, but he just abused it to unfathomable degrees to get what he wanted. But anyway, yeah, so I'm staring at this kid, and I'm like reading one of those like joke books, and it's got those fucking insults in the back, and the insults are always funny as hell, and they're like, you know, they're like your mama jokes, kind of things like your mama's so stupid, you know, she got locked in a supermarket and died of starvation, that kind of like lame ass joke that was funny as hell when you're like 11 or 10 years old. Anyway, so this fucking kid, I tell him one of these jokes just to piss him off, and just because I can. And this kid, I did not expect this reaction. He fucking stands up. He's like, oh, he's ready to throw hands. I'm like, holy shit! I can hear like boss battle music playing and everything. There's a health bar forming at the bottom of the screen. Anyway, so like he fucking runs around the table. He really just comes at me, and I'm just like, fuck off, you little bitch. And I just push him away. And somehow Duel of the Fates starts playing, and we're like battling our way up and down the library. Not really, like the door was just open for the library and I sort of pushed him through it. And anyway, this kid, I'm like a lot stronger than this kid. This kid's kind of weak, he's kind of skinny. I don't know, I was fairly like athletically built, I guess, so I wouldn't say like I had a problem with this fucking kid at all in any way. So I fucking just push him down. He goes down the stairs. He's fucking on his ass now. And I'm like, right, that's it. Just know your fucking place. Don't try and start any shit with me. But I guess I was a bit of a dick for making this joke, but he was just really pissing me off, and the way he was just sitting there like he had all the protection in the fucking world, like a fucking rat when he's around the ready police officers when there's a mafia present. But anyway, enough fucking mafia analogies. I then go back to class and I sit down and I'm like, oh, here we go, this is fine, this is all okay. And then all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, in comes the teacher, who's obviously this kid's form tutor. She comes right in, she's like, right, listen here, I've seen you fucking bullying this little kid. And I'm like, that wasn't me. And she was like, yeah, it's you, you fucking little shit, get up here. And so I have to talk to her now, and she's like fully going off on me whilst this kid's just sort of staring blankly. And now this is really just, now it's all been taken back to the classroom, and now we're arguing in front of the whole class. I'm like, I've had enough of this, because this kid gets way too much protection. And like, to be fair, this kid did start the physical contact. Like, I know I shouldn't have been a dick and said what I said, but this kid was fucking violent as hell. This kid was volatile. This kid was like a school shooter waiting to happen. But anyway, yeah, this kid fucking straight up, like, he started all this, and violence-wise, and the teacher's just completely ignoring it, because apparently I slagged him off a little bit, which was completely deserved. He was just pissing everyone off, and I've had it with this teacher. I end up fucking getting so annoyed at her that I just start shouting at her. Then I'm 11, I don't know where this energy came from, but I end up calling her a bitch. And fuck me, yeah, this teacher doesn't take too kindly to that. She's just really upset. She was quite young. She was like in her early 20s maybe. I think she was new to the school. So anyway, she actually starts to cry. She just walks off and cries, and I'm like, that's it, I'm sitting down. I go back to my seat. I've had enough. Like, I know I've made the teacher cry and shit, but really, she was just immature of her to even like for a second think that it was okay to like go off on me, even though this kid has started the physical contact and like the physical conflict. But yeah, then I'm like, I didn't even know she was crying at this point, but I was just sort of sitting down like, oh god, please just let this go on any longer. This is fucking torturous as hell. And and it gets worse. It gets so much worse because then I'm called up to the fucking head's office and I'm told how I have to like apologize and shit and everything to this teacher. And I'm just thinking to myself, I can't fucking apologize. Like, what the fuck? I didn't really do anything wrong. Like, yeah, sure, I said maybe some chat shit to this kid, but kids get like shit chatted about them all the time behind their backs and to their faces. Like, and it's their decision if they want to get all angry and like physical. He could have like said something smart back. I'd have respected that a lot more than if he just decided to get up and fucking try and beat the shit out of me and then fail miserably. But anyway, yeah, now the head teacher's going off on one about me, and he's like, you know what, just go to the fucking library, you're gonna wait there. And to be clear, this was like in the middle of exam week as well, so I should be in my form room doing exams, but I'm not, because these were like progress tests and shit, and I couldn't do any of them because I was locked up in the library. So it got to the point where I couldn't even leave, so I had to get my fucking best friend, who had to literally bring me my fucking lunch from like the school cafeteria. He had to come all the way up the stairs to the top of the building where the library was, give him a fucking lunch. He couldn't even talk to me. It was like a teacher supervising him, so he couldn't talk to me. Walk all the way back down, and like then without even like conversing with me, and I just ate my lunch in there, and I had to do all my exams in there as well, which was really fucking distracting. But it was like, I'm pretty sure it's like some kind of like war crime, just like fucking isolate a kid from the rest of the school because he said something to a teacher that was fucking deserved. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just eating my food at this point. I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. And yeah, eventually I'm released from this fucking prison of hell. Yeah, this kid, this Terry kid, he's under, yeah, the kid is under protection this whole time. He actually never got any sanctions for this shit, but and I didn't even know I was going to get expelled or suspended at any point until the head teacher, he basically comes up to me and he was like, you know James, we've been talking with the other teachers for quite a bit, and we've decided we're just going to give you a detention. We're not really going to give you anything else, but let it be known that some teachers are thinking you should take a little break from school for a while. And I was like, my fucking spider senses kicked in. My LA Noire detective skills just really just ranked up into 6th gear. And I was like, oh yeah, that's just fucking code for getting suspended, isn't it? I didn't say that to his face, but it was just exactly what I was thinking. I mean, I was 11, but I wasn't dumb or anything. I knew immediately what he meant by that. That wasn't like, oh, you should take a little holiday, you should go home and play fucking Minecraft at home all day like the sad 11-year-old boy you are. No, that was a fucking code for them saying, we want that fucker out, he's a menace to society. He's too much of a savage to autistic kids. We just need him. We need him eradicated from society quickly, or otherwise he's gonna cause mass discrepancy, and he's gonna reveal the truth behind this school's ties to the Illuminati and shit. And then it'll be all over for us, and we'll all be on the national news, and we'll all be fucking arrested, and we'll be have our personal documents spread across WikiLeaks, and the headmaster's porn videos will be spread all over LiveLeaks, and any kind of leaks in the world will just be exposed to do with this school. So we really can't take those chances right now. So yeah, this kid needs to go. But you know what? We'll take a chance. He'll be fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong, and it really didn't go wrong for them in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. They got away with it. They got away with basically fucking isolating me. I think like maybe my parents had a stern word with them, and that teacher that I did slag off and call a bitch, she's actually been a lot nicer to me. Well, I don't see her anymore, but she left the school a few years ago, but she was a lot nicer to me a few years later. I think she kind of matured and realized her mistakes, so she was like, oh yeah, she gave me good grades and shit after about a year or two after that, because I think she realized she was just being a bit of a bitch. And she thought she was doing her job, but she just was doing a terrible job. Yeah, so that's that story. I suppose that one kind of felt a little more serious than the others, because it actually was quite a serious event in my life, and like it really fucking pissed me off. And yeah, it was really pretty bad for me as an 11-year-old boy. It was pretty I wouldn't say scarring. That makes me sound like a attention-seeking bitch, but no, it was pretty new. It was like a new experience I'd never really had before. I mean, I got into trouble before, but I'd never really at that point ever been threatened with something as strong as like suspension or even possible expulsion. So yeah, that was actually kind of crazy at the time for me. But yeah, that's about it for the video. And don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, do all that shit that people just love doing on YouTube nowadays. And yeah, see you in another storytime video.